Hey, hey, hey! Sorry for being late, you guys. Whew. Had to run upstairs for a second and it all went to shit. Anyway, welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. Rocking the Mecha shirt today. William Worm says, we were tricked. No, unfortunately not. No, I had to, like I said, I had to run upstairs and then it just, time got away from me, unfortunately. So, we're here. Hey. It's Thursday, you guys. We're going to jump on to the SD build, and we're going to continue that, detailing the head and everything like that. We're going to have some fun today. So, excuse me. Like I said, rocking the classic script mecha shirt, the blackout. And if you guys want one of these, hit up childofmecha.com, hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt, many more, hats, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go load up. If you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we're going to be working with here today, there's an Amazon link below here on Twitch and YouTube. That side if you're watching on Facebook. Now, I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it doesn't increase the cost for you. It goes to help out me, it goes to help out the stream, fuel our endeavors moving forward. Okay? And as always, if you want kits, paints, tools, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2, those are both in stock and shipping now. Right down here from our good friends at USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine folks down there will definitely have what you need. Yeah. God, it's so damn dry right now. It's been dry in this place for like days. It's killing me right here. What are you going to do, right? Anyway, don't forget, right there, like, subscribe, and follow on all the social media channels, right? So you don't miss out on what we do off stream, because there's a bunch of other stuff that we do too. So don't forget that. And if you know somebody that could benefit from seeing this, or a group of somebody's, share the stream with them. It's the nice thing to do, right? Now, I see Woody's over there. Let's get our daily check of gear updates here, yeah? Because Jesus, excuse me. Because we need to know where our shit is, right? Because I ordered some stuff too, and I'm like, come on. All right. So let's see. All right, Woody, everything is sorting. So that's good. Everything is in sorting right now. So hopefully soon. Famous last words, right? Famous last words. All right. Good stuff. Anyway. So there's that. Goody gumdrops. Let's see. Kyle says, need some liquid Coke moisturizer, Tim. Dude, right? Come on, man. Pab says, is someone doing my Wahlberg impression, Turtle? What? I don't know. Oh, looks like we have a transformer. We found a transformer. Christ. Oh, man. No, I have my ration for the day. But it's so damn dry right now. It's killing my throat. As you can tell. Hey now. All right, let's go camera 2. Stream Deck. God damn you. And there it goes. Thank you for coming back. Too little, too late. All right, so here's all the head parts that we have been working on and stuff like that. Don't need those, don't need those, don't need that. We're going to be focusing mainly on these two today. And I want to do some cool stuff here, especially with the V-fin. Because we could do something here on the V-fin that could potentially really trick this out and make this look very, very nice and unique, right? So we're going to start on this. We're going to see how far we get. I don't know if we're going to get very far. I don't know if this is going to get us through the day or not, just really, really hard to say at this point, right? But this is what we're going to start on now. I need to find some strip here. And is this... that looks like 1/2 mil. Let's double check it. That is 1/2 mil. Excellent. So we're going to need that. We're probably going to need that. And we're going to need that. Yeah. We're going to be making some templates of some different shapes here and stuff, you guys. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and yank us off a little piece of tape there. And what we're going to do, we're going to set this right along the length of this V-fin here, yeah? Just like this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take and make some templates out of the shapes that we already have on this V-fin. Follow me. This will be worth it, right? Chris Pab says, "Oh, I'm a little disappointed that transition wasn't used, Tim." Dude, when did I have the time? I literally just saw your thing before the stream, Pabs. Come on, man. I'm a one-man operation here, buddy. Yes, it looks professional, but damn. All in good time, Pabby. All in good time. All right, so we've got our... let's get zoomed in. We've got our V-fin taped and mounted up here now. It's time to trace out some shapes. Now, what I'm thinking is to apply some styrene strip to various points along the V-fin, right? So the first one is going to be this guy right here. And we're just basically outlining this shape, right? So we can get exact dimensions and all that good stuff, right? So that one right there, that's the first one. Now, the second one that I kind of had my eye on is this guy right here. Okay. Just like that. So those two shapes specifically, right? So we're going to create some little plates that will laminate on top of this and basically just kind of accent all of this stuff here. So we'll peel the tape back. We've got our two templates here. Excuse me. That's looking good. And so we're going to use that as our shapes. Now, the thing is, let's see where these two shapes, let's see what kind of strip these two shapes can take on here. Okay, so good. We can use this strip for this shape here, which is good. And let's see, we'll clip that there, peel that off, set that to the side here. Now, excuse me. Now this shape is a little different. Let me see though if we orient it this way. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. So we can get that to fit right there on that strip. Yeah. We can get both of these shapes out of this one size of strip. So that's good. That's really, really good. All right. So now, go ahead and get these pieces trimmed here. And you want to be careful with trimming these. Obviously, you want to follow the shape and all that. Let's get the excess tape cut from here, because that's not going to serve really much of a purpose more than getting in the way, right? Okay. Toss that. All right. So now go about trimming all of this nice and close to the pencil marks. And we'll leave this a little proud of the pencil marks just to give us a little bit more space to work with, right? There we go. All right, so there's the first one. And let's do the same thing here. We're going to cut the excess tape off of this. Okay, get that tossed there. Get that clipped off. We're going to save that because we're going to need to make duplicates of these pieces. Right. Get this little end cut there, and this last little flat bit right there. All right. So there's our two shapes, right? Now, let's go ahead and peel the tape off of these, because we're not gonna need the tape anymore, right? Come on. Oh, you're kidding me. Come on. Ah. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. It's just like peeling Dymo tape. All right. There we go. Now we got a corner up. All right, excellent. All right, so there's our prototype pieces, right? And what we're gonna do is basically just kind of bump these out a little bit. Okay, let's see how this fits here. Did it go? Nope, it doesn't go that way. All right. So not exactly perfect, but that one's good enough to cover, so that's a winner there. This one I'm a little bit more worried about because, well, no, I shouldn't be. Okay. All right. So what we need to do is take a little off the top right there. Just a little trim. Yeah, all right, so that looks much better. Much better. Perfect, okay. So that's great. All right, so these two pieces here, these are, like I said, going to be our prototypes. Now, what we need to do is we need to make duplicates of these. So to do that, we're going to get a little drop of super glue there. And what we're going to do is pop a teeny tiny drop on each piece, and then that way we can just basically tack weld these onto the strip and then cut them to match. Okay, and now that's down. That will not move until we crack it. So we've got free range to trim this piece as we see fit. All right, so there's our duplicate piece. And now, all we got to do, like I said, is crack it. So just get your hobby knife between the two layers, and boom, there it goes. Easy peasy. You've got two virtually identical parts there. Simple stuff. Simple stuff, really. All right, we're going to do the same thing to the other one. I'm just putting just a teeny tiny drop. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. Okay, squeeze that together. That's good. That's not going anywhere again until we crack it. Okay. All right, and there we go. Another duplicate, and there we go. Two perfectly identical pieces. Easy stuff. Easy stuff, right? This is kind of basic scratch building. Basic scratch building. Duplicating pieces like this. Now you can do the same type of technique with thicker strip as well. So this is 1/2 millimeter, but you could do the same thing with 3/4 millimeter or full 1 millimeter as well. So keep that in mind too. All right. Excuse me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little pieces here and find the proper orientation first. About there. Yeah, and then we've got, hey now. Ooh. Hey, Mistress Navia. Wow, 2 months and my HGUC, and I missed the rest of it. Let's see here. My HGUC unicorn mode came in. Yay! Nice. Well, thank you very much, Mistress Navia. We appreciate that. You get one of these. Hey. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right. So, let's go ahead and get these parts glued on here. What happened to that part? Damn it. I lost it. Yep. Oh well. I guess it was worth it, right? Shit. There's the one part. Not in the tweezers. Not on my arms. I didn't drop it. Oh, shit. Oh well. It's with the carpet monster now, I guess, right? Oh well. Par for the course today, I guess, right? Par for the course. Oh, let's see. Let's do that. Bear with me here for a second, folks. Good stuff. Okay. That's all fine. Had to check my email. That's all. Well, shoot. Well, I guess we're making another duplicate piece of this. Not a big deal. As you saw, it went super quick, so I'm not even going to sweat it, honestly. Not even going to sweat it. All right, let's do this again. Yeah, Michael Crumrine says, I bet it's under your chair. You know, who knows? It very well could be, but I'm not going to sit here and waste your guys' time trying to find it, right? I'm not sitting on it? Nope. It's, you know, it's probably on the desk somewhere. It's not stuck to my arms or anything. Shit, who knows where it went. I'll find it in like 3 or 4 days, and I'll be like, there it is. But, oh well. Yeah. Nothing. No big deal. No big deal. All right. One more time for those that missed it. Get that over there. All right, easy peasy, very quick and easy, yeah? Very quick and easy. So, boom, 2 identical parts. Simple stuff. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and get these little pieces laminated onto here. That's upside down, isn't it? Yep, there we go. So let's get this loaded up in the tweezers the correct way. Right in there. Okay. So we'll put a little bit of super glue right there on that panel. And we'll get this guy positioned appropriately here. Come on. All right, excellent. That is good. All right. So we've got proper placement along the top edges, the inside edges on this, but we've got a little bit of overhang on the outside edges, which is exactly what we want, because then we can go back and trim that perfectly with the part, and then that'll be seamless. And then what we'll do is we'll go back in and we will just, just do some basic fine trimming of this outer or inner, I should say, perimeter, inner for the piece. Do some scribing and stuff like that, make these look nice and separate, and I think that'll be a really kind of good look there as well. So first things first, though, we got to get these little plates glued into place here. Okay. There we go. Get that properly attached. And there we are. Two little bump out parts there. Nice and even. Looking good. Excellent. Okay. Let's get caught up with the chat just real quick, yeah? Because I know a lot of you have kind of been talking your butts off here. So let's go ahead and it looks like we've got some questions as well. So let's see, yeah? Where did we leave off? Brian's over there. He says, afternoon, Mecha devotees. What's going on, man? Let's see. William Wilm says, hello, donkey. Say hello to your mother for me. Hey, wow, weird timing. Green Knight, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Mecha Army. You get one of these. Hey. Let's see. Seth, Billio? Seth, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, buddy. He says, chug some honey. Ugh. Man, it's like chugging maple syrup. You guys have seen Super Troopers, that scene where they chug the maple syrup? I can't do that. No, sir. Not me. Let's see. Pab says, LOL, no, I think it was, that was his Stream Deck. Yeah, the freaking Stream Deck, every time, well, almost every time I touch it, because it's a metal casing, and it shocks me, and then it dies, meaning it restarts. So, honestly, I think it's me rolling around on the mat causing static electricity, and then touching it, and then it going haywire. But that's just my guess. I don't know. Anyway. Robert Cottrell is over there on the Mecha Army Facebook group, and Robert's got a question for us. Hey.
We have a question.
He says, okay, I work at a pawn shop. A customer brought in 2 airbrush compressors, one with a tank and one without. Which is a better compressor, with a tank or without? Definitely with. Because, Robert, what's going to happen is that the compressor will fill up the tank to whatever certain PSI that you have it set to, and then the motor will shut down until that PSI drops to a point where it's under the rating on your pressure gauge. So what's going to happen is that's going to prolong the life of the motor, and you're going to get way more consistent airflow in the PSI that you dialed into your pressure gauge. So, I mean, both are good. I started with a tankless, and that lasted me for, God, probably a good 4 or 5 years, probably. So yeah, no, they're both good, but the one with the tank is definitely going to be better for you. So, absolutely, good question. Bry guy, what's going on, Brian? He says, so my waist joint thing failed last night, but we got a backup plan. Hey, as long as you got a backup plan, right? Andrew says, crack it good. Hey. Kyle says, oh snap, when did I level up? I guess he's a 4th level vegan, right? Does that mean you get your vegan powers too? I don't know. Let's see. Bright Guy says, I found putty behind my ear once. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Brian? I don't know. I don't think it is. Just saying. I don't think so. Anyway. Let's see. Kyle says, always keep a carrot strapped to your hip. He says, got that thing on me. Yeah, well. Let's see. Superset5 over there, Michael, he's on Twitch. He says, I used my magic and took it. Yeah, the missing piece, right? Persistent Turtle, Mr. Lucas, he says, is that a carrot in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me, Kyle? Kyle says both. Whew. Y'all getting frisky in the chat. Hey. Andrew says, new task chair is together, and man, much improvement over the stupid folding chair. Dude, right? I love this chair. It's not necessarily the most comfortable chair in the world, but it's not uncomfortable either, and it's a perfect chair to sit and do modeling. Yeah. Patrick Robertson is over there on YouTube. He says, wherever that piece went is to your left. I swear to God, if I find it over here, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm just saying. Yeah. I don't see it though, so luckily. Hey, Mr. Snavia says unicorn mode, best mode. There you go. And she also says get an extra piece of steel, perhaps. I don't know. I don't need steel, just plastic. That's what we work with. Brian, Mr. Bro Builder says I was wearing an onion on my belt, as was the style at the time. I'm sure that's a quote from something. I don't know what. Mr. Snavia says, steel may help you discharge static. Oh, yeah. Sorry. But that's actually a good call. Yeah, that's actually a good call. I have a metal ruler. I have a bunch of metal rulers. I can just mount it to the side here, touch it before I touch the stream deck, and yeah. It's a great idea, actually. You guys are full of great ideas here lately. I'm telling you that. Let's see. Lucas, Mr. Persistent Turtle says, Gumple pieces and left socks hang out with dryer and carpet monsters. Whew. Tell me about it, right? Tell me about it. I always have a missing sock somewhere. I don't know if it's always the left sock, but it's definitely... I'm missing a lot of matching socks, let's put it that way. So, c'est la vie, right? C'est la vie. We do what we can. Anywho, let's see. Orientation on this next one. How does that... Nope, that's not it. How about this? Is this how it goes? No. How about this? Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what we want. Right there. That's the orientation that we need. All right. So let's slide that off. Grab that with the tweezers. And then we'll pop a little super glue there on that panel. And we're putting enough super glue on here so we're getting some good squeeze out here too, because that's going to help fill the gaps, because the edges on this V-fin are a bit on the soft side, meaning they're a little rounded over. So by having that super glue squeeze out, that fills in that void between between that soft edge and the plastic sheet that we're laminating down. All right. There's that. That's looking pretty good. Let's do the same thing over on this side. Let's make sure we got the correct orientation. And yep, there it is. Get that loaded up there. That on there. All right. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. All right. Very good. All right, so those pieces just basically raise the height of things and kind of bump those pieces out a little bit, right? So now, what I'm thinking here at this point, Nah, we'll keep it as is. All right, so we'll leave this super glue to cook a little bit. But first, let's clean up this middle section here, because that is just a freaking mess right now, right? So we're gonna kind of even things out on all these sides here and just make it look nice, right? So first things first, let's grab our file here, and we're gonna flatten down these sides, especially the front. Ooh, focus. Boom, there we go. Especially the front and the two diagonal sides here. All right. That looks pretty good there. And then we're going to go ahead and file the diagonal sides here. And we're not going to bring it down too much. We're just going to basically bring these sides kind of into a nice flat kind of orientation. Now, that looks pretty good. All right, so what we need to do next, since the V-fin, it hinges closed, this middle part here is that hinge. So we need to put in, we kind of need to rescribe the hinge separations, right? So, luckily, when we glued these, it didn't fill those in completely. So we can just go back in here and rescribe these with our 0.20. And since we're scribing these back in, it'll look a lot more even and more mechanical, right? Like someone actually designed it that way. Alright, so there's that first line in there, and obviously you guys can't see this because it's white and the contrast is just completely blown out. But once we get these scribed in here, we'll go super zoom and you guys can see kind of what we did, all that good stuff there. Excellent. All right, let's do the other side first. Okay. Now, obviously, on the original piece here, since you could transform the SD between unicorn and destroy mode, this was two separate pieces that hinged. But I went ahead, glued it together because this piece is never going to see unicorn mode. So why not glue it together, make it one solid piece, and that gets you nice stability, right? So, all right, and then we just kind of freehand or raw dog this horizontal line right across the front there. Right. You can kind of see that line developing right there on the front. That's looking pretty good. Do the same thing on the lower line here. All right. So that looks pretty good. Let's do a little bit of cleanup here on the sides. Very nice. Okay, so I don't want to necessarily just leave, you know, two horizontal lines on this, right? I want to add a little something something to this. So we're going to grab our 0.3 and we're going to make a couple little notches right down the center of this thing, right on the top pieces, top and bottom pieces. Okay. Very good. All right, we'll swing this thing around, come in from the bottom here, and do the same exact thing. There we go. All right, get that, whoa, get that reinforced a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. You can kind of, let's see, you can kind of see those notches on the top and bottom hinge there, right? So that looks really good. All right, so we'll put the chisel away. Chisel discipline, as always. And let's go ahead and start trimming these pieces here back to where we need them to be. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and grab the nippers. We're going to go to work on these. Come on, get out of there. Good. Okay, I'm glad I left a little bit of excess over over the pencil line that we marked in originally, simply because that gives us a good amount of plastic that we can just simply trim back and match it with what's already there. Yeah, very nice. And then once you do that, I mean, it just becomes one singular piece. There's no seam or anything at that point, which is nice. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so now we'll follow the contour of that. Perfect, very nice, very, very nice. Okay. We're basically just trimming this back ever so slightly just to get the exact shape that we need here for this thing. There's that first plate, and that looks pretty much perfect. There we go. All right. Now this bottom part here, really good. Now watch your digits when you're doing knife work like this, because this knife can slip very easily and go right up in your skin. Not good. Not good. Pabs knows that pain. But honestly, I think we all know that pain. And if you don't, trust me, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Okay, that looks pretty good. One thing that I see that we can do here is flatten that edge there. We'll do the same thing to the upper piece. We're just gonna take off that roundy looking bit there, that kind of point, and just make that a nice flat transition. Mainly because this is the unicorn and it's panelly, which is a term that I've coined. Panelly, right? Panelly. Bro Builder says, Grandpa Simpson quote. Ah. See, I never watched The Simpsons. Just wasn't my deal. Just was never a fan. Never a fan. But that's okay. Alright, so we need to fix one of these angles on one of the inner sides here. And we're just going to trim this back right about there. Come on. Pop out of there. There we go. Nice. All right, so These two pieces are now perfectly trimmed. Looking good on that side. Now I got to worry about this side here. Okay. Once we get these two trimmed up, we'll get caught up with the chat as well. Okay, looking good there. Make sure we're on camera. Ooh. That was almost bad. That knife slipped a little bit, and my finger was in the wrong place at the right time. But luckily it didn't cut me, so that's a plus. All right, outer sides are looking good. Let's check the angle of the inner sides here, and we do need to do a little bit of surgery right there on that part just to get that angle correct. That looks good. All right, let's do this upper portion here. Okay. Very good. All right. Now this long sweeping side here. Oh, Brian. Are you still here? Mr. Bro Builder, Brian Denclow. Brian, are you here? Let me know if you're here, Brian. Brian. Let me know. Howard Rivera's over there on the Mech Army Facebook group. He says hello. What's going on, Howard? How are you, man? But Brian. Oh, Brian. Brian, are you here? Brian. Brian, respond. SOS. Bloop, 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 bloop. Emergency. Brian. I need to tell Brian something that he's going to probably like. He may already know, but I don't know. We'll see. I think he's gone. Nah. Yeah, he's not responding. That's some bitch. Yeah, he's gone. Hey, Pabs, are you here? Somebody hit him up and tell him to jump back on. Pabs is probably gone too. Resin. Resin, resin, resin. That'll get Pabs' attention. Okay, but that looks good. Let's get this one final upper piece here. Okay, and that, my friends, looks like a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, there's Pabs. Hey, Pabs, message Brian, tell him to jump his ass back on here, because I got something to tell him. Could you do me that favor? I would appreciate it greatly. Cheers, Pabby. All right. So, there's that. And you can see, oh yeah, see, you can see the vertical, or the horizontal, well, the height differences between the little bump outs there and the main part, right? Good, good, good stuff. Good stuff. Very nice looking. We need to sand the surfaces a little bit there to clean those up, but other than that, it's good. All right, let's get caught up with the chat, shall we? Yeah. Andrew, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, Bill messaged him on IG. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. I know he checks, what you call it, Facebook Messenger a little bit more than IG, though, so there's that. But thank you, Bill. I do appreciate that. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Andrew, there we go. He says, I took my compressor fittings off my compressor. All the fittings were corroded, and it looks like they used some kind of glue to seal the fittings. Thread lock. That's never fun. There, you can get thread unlocker as well. There's a liquid that dissolves that shit. It's a pain in the ass to get that off. Otherwise, it's difficult. It's possible, but it's difficult, right? But yeah, you can get thread lock dissolver, or it's called I think unlock, something like that. So, Andrew, if you're still having issues with it, yeah. Let's see. Where did that go? Bry Guy says, I'm eating king crab while watching the stream. LOL, bougie as fuck. Dude, yeah, you are. Straight bougie. I'm eating king crab. Oh, look at my pinky extended fully. Oh, It's my impersonation of Brian. Eating king crab. Come on, man. It's funny, though. Mistress Navy over there on Twitch, she says, so I guess P Bandai USA got the polyball now. Does it? That's interesting. I've already got one, so it's just like, I don't need it, you know? But it is a cool model. It is a cool model. Inkao Chihung is over there on YouTube. They say, LOL, nice. My girl would never let me watch anything while eating, bro. Telling you about it. Chris Pab says, so do you, brother. Right? Bougie. Brian's bougie. Inkao Chihung says, by the way, would anyone know a good source for P Bandai kits besides Side 7 export, obviously? USA Gundam Store. The Bluefin P Bandai page now is up and running, and those are being I think they're being shipped at this point too. Yeah, because Bluefin's able to get back into their warehouse as of maybe like a week or two ago, something like that. So both of those places, great, great sources. Obviously, you're gonna get releases from Bluefin quicker than you're gonna get from USA Gundam Store. Unfortunately, simply because Bluefin is the distributor, they get everything first, and then they have to ship it out to everybody else. So it's a domino effect. But food for thought. Mr. Zanavia says, I've burned myself with irons and soldering irons. I've slashed myself with a number of blades, and I've stabbed myself with needles. As a cosplayer, I can agree, a matter of time. Whew, yeah. And you got bigger instruments of destruction too, right? I don't want any part of it. Eric Dayton's over there on YouTube. He says, don't worry, Tim. Neither was I a fan of the Simpletons, aka Simpsons. I mean, it had its moments. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing, I watched a few here and there, but like, I was just like, there's only so much you can see Homer saying "dope" and all that. Just, wasn't my thing. Just wasn't my thing. Bill says P Bandai has the U.S. website now, so check it. Check if they offer it there. There you go. Superset5 over there on Twitch, he says, I'm thinking on adding skull-like detail to the head of my Death Scythe conversion on the Stein, but the faceplate on the head I'm using is small, even for a master grade. The high new Verka head, I might have to use the regular new Verka head since it's bigger. Yeah, well, the Death Scythe obviously is a smaller mech overall, right? You have to think the in real world height, the Sinanju Stein was like 21, 22 meters, where the Death Scythe was like 17 or 18 meters. So the Sinanju Stein is a considerably bigger mobile suit than the Death Scythe. So yeah, you're going to get size differences. So let's see. Andrew says, hey, Bill, know where I can order replacement parts for a compressor. It depends on what kind of compressor it is, though, Andrew, because usually manufacturers will have parts sites that you can go to and order specific parts, So, yeah. Bill says you can get generic parts at Lowe's. If they have to be manufacturer specific, then check the Shit, I just said that. Bill, get out of my head. Man. Gumpy, you're great. Pabs works like Candyman, right? 3 times resin and he's here. Dude, right? You can always rely on that. Andrew says, not manufacturer specific, just need to replace the fittings. Oh yeah, I mean, any hardware store, you should be good. Yeah, and Bill says Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Harbor Freight, Home Depot, all of those. All of the hardware that I got for the pressure pot, to convert that from a paint pot to a pressure pot, I got it at Harbor Freight, and still works years later, so not too bad. Julio, Mr. Clippin' Nubs, he says, what's going on in here? He says, what up, Army? What's going on, Julio? Andrew says, just going to replace them, Tim. Don't like the look of the corrosion. Yeah, that's understandable, I'd say. Let's see. Julio says, please don't do that tomorrow night. Oh, the fancy? Yeah, I'm not bougie like Brian is, trust me. HRO148 is over there on YouTube. He says, what up, Mecha fam? What's going on? Gert McDirt is also over there on YouTube. He says, I'm excited for the Master Grade GM2 reissue. Orders up tonight. Word. Mr. Snavia says, I want the MS Girl line as model kits. Mr. Snavia, check out, what is it? The Frame Arms Girls. Yeah, they already have, I mean, obviously they're not Gundam mobile suits, but they're frame arms, as, like girls and stuff, similar to the MS Girls. So it might be right up your alley, It seems to be very popular. It's not my thing, but it seems to be very popular. Terry T's with us over there on YouTube. He says, YMPB Gunpla is my go-to source for P Bandai kits. He could find almost any kit that I ask him for. You can contact him on Facebook, and he is based in NYC. There you go. Mr. Snavia says, I've very nearly cut my arm from my hand to body, or, hold on, let me read that again. I've very nearly cut my arm from my hand to my elbow, though thanks to moving my whole body just right, I got the knife out of my hand in time. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want no parts of that. Nope, none at all. That is not me. I am not about that life. Nope. No, 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 no. Hi. Just hearing that just makes me like. Anyway, Howard Rivera's over there on the Mecha Army Facebook group. He says, I'm fine. Master Grade Gundam Providence arrived. I'm working on some arts for my office from my home. Hey, there you go. Let's see. Julio Ponte says Therno hobby too. Yeah. Therno, what is it? Therno, what is it? Shit. Therno Hobbies and Games on Facebook. There you go. That's the Facebook page. Therno Hobbies and Games. Julio says he can find stuff. Yeah, no, he really can. He really, really can. He's like he's like Bill. He's like a bloodhound when it comes to finding stuff. It's crazy. Kyle says tomorrow's the last day of the auction, guys. Get on it. Auction for what? Kyle. Context, buddy. Context. Let's see. Inkao Chi-hung says just some version of the Jagan. Oh, what kind of P-band are they looking for? Yeah. Julio says, man, if I had some money, I'd def bid on the auction. What auction? Oh, Terry T's silent auction. Okay. Yeah, if I had the money for it too, which I do not. Mr. Snavia says, though in my defense and for reference, it was a huge piece, and I was at it for 10 hours and cramming for a con. Oh, yeah. See, that's when I know that feeling, trying to hit a deadline for a model, in my case, going, shit, I went, God, how long did I go in 2016 to finish the Hummingbird? No, it wasn't that. It wasn't 2016 because I had finished the Hummingbird early. I had tried to finish it the year before in 2015, but didn't get it done. And yeah, I went like 36 hours straight. Something like that. Just pounding. Just taping, masking, painting, taping, masking, painting. Like, yeah. Crazy. So I know the feeling. Trust me, I know that feeling well. Pab says the MG, it's a regular release in the States. I think he's talking about the Type D or something like that, or whatever that P-Bandai is. Yeah. Let's see. Bill says, Terry T, great job on the auction. Yeah, dude, Terry, that artwork is just fucking awesome. Yeah. Terry T says, wish no more, Tim. You should have something. Aw, Terry, you're killing me, buddy. You're killing me. Now you're making me feel bad. He says you should have something waiting at your mailbox. God damn. Now I gotta go to the post office, though. I'll do that tomorrow. I won't have time until, because our post office closes at 5 and we get off here. We end the stream at 5. So that'll be tomorrow's adventure. Fun times. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. I really do appreciate that. Let's see. Kyle says, come on, Tim. You know. Kyle, trust me. No, you don't know. It's not for lack of want. Let's put it that way. Bill says I might have to bid, but Terry has me blocked. So, what? Terry unblocked Bill. Killing me. Chris Pab says no favoritism, Terrence. There you go. Charles Dodge says, what is the link to the auction and when does it end? I think you hit up Terry's Instagram, Gundam Yantham. over there on Instagram, and I think it's just like a silent. You know, you DM him your price and or whatever, and basically it. Yeah, there you go. Chris Pabs just put it in the chat for Charles. Nice. Inkao Chihung says Stark Jagan high grade prototype to be exact. Ah, yeah. Okay. So there you go. Good P Bandais. Good P Bandais. All right, so back to work, kids. Let's get the eyes back on here, yeah. And let's see. Let's kind of see what we've got here in terms of the V fin here, yeah. Let's get all this goodness back together. Pop that on, pop this on, and then the V fin. Get up in there. There we go. And then this little guy right up in cha. And there's that. Ooh, yeah. All right, so you guys can hardly see, but oh, there's a nice angle. You can see the bump outs there and everything. That's a good look. That height difference is really quite nice, right? Really quite nice. And then with the add-ons that we've put on to the head, like the little the little cheek extensions here on both sides, those are looking really nice. And then these little bump outs here along the side, which makes a super cool front profile there. This just, the level differences is what I think really makes it, in my opinion. Because this is, the Unicorn already has a ton of level differences because of the panel-y nature of it, right? So by adding a little bit more there, it just looks really good. Oh, and I forgot I added this little notch down here on the chin. I always love doing that. It's something that it just looks cool, right? I don't know what about it. I really like it anyway. But, so there you can see the panel lines and the little micro panel that we did there yesterday, that little floating notch there. You can see how we padded out the back of this piece to fill in that void, so we don't have that major gap there. So this all looks really quite nice. I'm very, very happy with that. Very happy with the look and everything. So let's start to work on the head a little bit more, especially the back side here, because we need to do something back here and something along the sides here too. Nothing crazy, just something simple. Yeah, just something simple. So let's see. Kylo Ran 415 is over there on Twitch. They say, hi, Tim. What's going on? SD Unicorn head looking really nice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm happy with the progress thus far. It's definitely shaping up better than kind of what I imagined. So I think we're in good shape, other than time-wise, right? All right. So first things first. Let's do a little bit of panel separation here with this. I started already right along kind of the front visor here, and along this little kind of bump out piece there. So that's all good there. We're gonna do the same thing on this side, because you definitely have height differences, throughout this this panel line separation here. So again, we're gonna use 0.20, and we're just gonna go to town on this thing. So what I like to do first, since we have a height difference here, is start on the higher pieces, the taller pieces, and start to get those scribed in and separated a bit. And let's raise that up so we're not hitting it. Okay, so that's a good start there, and then we'll do the same thing with this higher portion right here. And we're just running right down the the side of this visor piece right here, right? That's all, literally all we're doing. All right, so let's spin this guy around here, and let's start to work from this inner corner. Clean out all of the scribing debris. Okay, we are looking good with that. So there you can kind of see that shadow right there. That's kind of like the perfect angle, how that's all nice and separate, right? So that's looking really good. And we didn't cut too far into the plastic either, which is always a plus. This lower piece here is reinforced on the inside of the part, and we didn't even go halfway down. So this is still going to have, you know, tremendous structural rigidity, all that good stuff. So I'm not too worried about cutting, you know, that deep into this thing. Now we're gonna go ahead and separate, you know, panel line separate this this little bump out piece, and that's pre-molded. We didn't add that there. That's there. That's just like another example of how panel-y the unicorn is, right? It's panel-y. Ah, you son of a bitch. That just ramped and scratched the surface there. That's okay. We can fix that. We can fix that. But that's a perfect example, kids. Clear the debris out of your panel line. Happens to the best of us, even still. All right, that looks good. Other than that freaking scratch on it. God, that pisses me off. Oh well. You know, these things happen. Okay. Now we'll start to go down these two angles here to get the surface nice and separated. Very good. And we got to do the right thing, and we got to wrap this line around this visor, or it's just not going to look right. There we go. Clear all the nasty debris out of there. The right thing in terms of scribing, and your lines will look really good. All right. Okie dokie. Now we got to do one other operation with this little bump out thing here. Since we scribed this line going down here like that, we've got to wrap it under the visor too. Luckily for us, there's a slight panel break or an angle break there that we can just follow straight across, and that makes it super easy. Okay. And there you go. That little triangle or trapezoid, whatever it's called, is there and looking good. Now, I completely forgot to do the same thing on this side, so we're going to take care of that just real quick. Just like that. And there we are. Okay. All right, and there you see our two little separations. Everything looking good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so what I also did was I went ahead and separated this bottom part from the top part here with a panel line that just goes right around the contour and everything there. So that's looking pretty good. All right, let's get caught up with the chat just real quick, and then we'll move on as well. Let's see here. Terry T says, Pabs, I must have been hacked. Let me investigate. Lots of strange things happened with my account a few weeks ago when I got a notification to reset my password. Ooh, that ain't good. Interesting. Pab says, do you have another IG account called @GundamYanthem with the @ spelled out? Why would somebody make a duplicate account of somebody? I never understand. It's so stupid. Especially if it's not Terry's, you know, obviously. Let's see. Kyle says Terry's shadow account? Huh, maybe. Kyla ran over there on Twitch. She says, right. Mistress Navia, she says, the level of detail in the unicorn mode is English. Astounding. See? I speak words. I speak good words. Anyway, not today. She says, I almost feel bad deciding to do a retrofit. I wouldn't feel too bad. @GundamYanthem with the @ is the correct account. In Couch He Hung over there on YouTube. Yo, I'm also a fan. There you go. Charles Dodge followed, but the auction ends before I get paid again. Oh, man. Kyle says, message Terry, might be able to work something out. Yeah, there you go. Charles says, no worries. I'll hit Terry up later for a separate commission idea. Ooh, there we go. Andrew says, bad raw dogging. Oh, with the slip? No, that was already established line. It ramped. Charles Dodge says, and kids, that's why you use scribing tape. Nah, it's too much fun. Charles Dodge says, quote, Tim, do as I say, not as I do, unless you've got experience. Shut up. Bill says, sometimes you learn a better method after doing something for years. It is easy to tell others to follow the better method. It is hard to change habits built over years. Yeah, I just usually have a steady hand. And like I said, that little slip was more ramping than anything. It wasn't really just happens. So, Andrew says, you never click on a link in an email telling you to reset your password. Yeah, right? Unless you specifically requested it. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. That's very good. Very good advice. Howard Rivera over there on the Mech Army Facebook group. He says, "Good work, thank you, Howard." With a little Snoop Dogg doing this little GIF. I like it. Oh, there's Brian. He says, "Okay, I'm back. Was doing housework." Brian, check your mail. I got mine today. I didn't even know, but I got mine today. So yours should be there either today, probably maybe even tomorrow. Who knows? But go check your mail. Quickly. I haven't even opened it, but check your mail. Anyway. All right, for context on that particular little exchange, Brian, Armida, and I were sent something from our good friends at Bluefin, so we didn't know when to expect it, and then I got mine today, so pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't even opened the box yet, so I haven't even seen it. But yeah, Brian says, "Oh, awesome! Yeah, dude, it should be either there or quickly on its way." So yeah. I was surprised too. I walked upstairs and I'm like, yo, what's this box? I look on it and it says to me from Bluefin. I'm like, ooh, I bet I know what that is. But I didn't have time to open it, unfortunately. Terry says, also check your Facebook account, Dan. I got blocked on there also, and that happened this week. Ooh, not good. Not good. Hey, there she is. Miss Tex Merquise reporting live from not a roller coaster. Nice, nice. Crack the whip. Julio says, I want one. Yeah, right? Oh, she probably already got hers. Armina, did you got your thing from Bluefin, right? Because I got mine today. Because we were all talking about this today. I got mine today. I told Brian to go check his mail to see if he got his, right? But you being out there, yeah, I was gonna say I got mine with, yeah. I figured as much. You're gonna get yours way quicker than me and Brian. So yeah, got mine with the rod. Just saying. Yeah, cool. Rock and roll. Excellent then. It's all starting to come together. Word. Anyway, let's see. Julio says, got to jump in that plastic. Yeah. Word. Not my fault, yellow fire. Hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. Logistically, it's going to get there before it gets here. It's just a statement, it's not a complaint. Don't make it all about you. She's going to hate me. Par for the course. Anyway, back to work. Let's go. All right, so we've got these little panels separated and everything here. That's all looking nice. Now, we want to do a little something with the Vulcans here on either side. So we're just going to basically drill those out. Nothing crazy. We're just going to drill them out. Yeah. Julio says, who do I got to talk to work at Bluefin? Guess as good as mine, Julio. I don't know. Right? Tech says, I might have had that one coming. Just a little bit. Just a little scotch. It's all good, though. I'm not complaining. Not complaining a bit. Not at all. That's not my deal. Anyway, okay, 1 millimeter is going to be way too big for that barrel. So let's put these away. We don't need the big old drill index. What we do need is this wooden box of El Cheapo little drill bits. Let's see. Maybe let's start off with maybe half a mil. 0.51. Let's start with this and let's see kind of where we go, right? If we can get one of these little drill bits out here, that would be great. Okay. Boom. There we are. I don't want to put this thing down because I'll never be able to pick it back up again. All right. So we'll grab our... Nope, that's not that one. We'll grab our little zero clearance collet in the pin vise here, and we'll set that in all the way. Lock that into place. All right, so let's see here. Let's get a little pilot hole set in both of these, centered right there in that barrel. That looks good. All right, and then we need to extend that drill bit a bit because that's not going to hit This could be problematic. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, we're getting good plastic removal. Yeah, okay. That's good. That's good actually. This is looking good. This is a good starter sized hole for this, but I think we'll probably want to go a little bit bigger than what we've got here, because it's a little on the smallish side, I feel, for a Vulcan barrel. It's a little off, so we're going to drill over and twist it back, and that should recenter. Yeah, much better, much better. And then once we go to widen this hole, it'll compensate for that little bit that we already drilled out on this side. Not a big deal. All right, very good. All right, so let's size up on this thing. This is 1/2 mil, so we're gonna go probably 3/4 millimeter. So get that there. Bring back our dumb box. Let's put that away. 0.74 is going to be the closest that we get to actual 3/4 millimeter here. So let's get one of these guys out. And we'll use the same zero clearance collet. All right. And perfect. Yes, that's what we're looking for. 3/4 is the perfect diameter for these barrels. Yeah. Liking it. I'm with it, as Julio would say. With it. All right. There you go. The barrels are hogged out. Those are looking legit. Yeah. Simple as that. Simple as that. Easy. Easy. All right. Pop this back in here. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's get caught up real quick. Jesus. Y'all been talking a ton in the chat. Like, what the hell? Let's see. Kyle H., Mr. Clues Gumpla, he says, Freddie knows a guy, LOL. Bill says, Julio, talk to the Gooch. Chooch reporting to Gooch. Whoa. No. Can you imagine that? Holy shit. Andrew says, are you sure you want to work at Bluefin? You can't enter GBWC. Brian says, I don't work at Bluefin, LOL. Julio says, Gooch and Chooch Adventures. God, can you imagine that? The Gooch and the Chooch together. I can see him taking a road trip, like, across the nation, like Route 66 style, right? Stopping off at stupid little truck stops and hobby stores along the way. Neither one of them can talk to one another, so they just yell at each other in their own native languages. God, I'd pay to see that. Who says, I'm just messing around. I mean, to work with them. Gotcha. Tech says, stop asking little girls for handles first, Julio. I said Julio. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Anyway. Mistress Navia, she's back over there on Twitch. Welcome back. Brian agrees with Tex. Bill says, try talking to David Clark about your interest. No harm in saying you are interested. Yeah, right. Lou says, LMFAO, I didn't ask anyone for the handle. I made a joke. One you won't let die. Kyle says, Julio's already been red flagged by Bluefin. There you go. Tex says, just handle pulls. There you go. Bill says, you asked the entire stream for her handle. Tex says, it's a gift that keeps on giving. It really kind of is. It really is. Andrew says, how come it looks like your finger is bleeding at the fingernail, Tim? Oh, it kind of is. Well, was anyway. Clip the nail back a bit too far. It doesn't. It's not a big deal. Whatever. Tex says, from 250 feet of all schools and parks. There you go. Cowdy Flyers is over there on YouTube. They say, new here. What's going on? He says, what's Team SD Buildoff? Well, it was just a friendly kind of build off. Hey, Plamo Build Report hosting. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. You get one of these. Hey, Cowdy, for being new, you get one of these too. There you go. We're giving them out today. 2-for-1 deal. Anyway, but yeah, so basically the Team SD Buildoff was a friendly little build off between a bunch of us on Instagram, and most of us didn't finish in time because the due date was basically the 1st of May. So it's fun till we're done, basically. So we're just going to town on this. I don't know anybody that actually finished on time. Maybe there are, but I don't know of it. So, yeah. Julio says, yeah, but I didn't ask her. You laughed, right? Andrew says, nope. Brian says, wait, Julio is pulling on handles? Sounds not safe for work, right? Julio says, that's because you're broken. Andrew says, I know I'm broken. I don't deny it or hide it. Julio says, you pull handles all the time, Brian. Someone fucked up with their funny button. Wow. Everybody's jumping on Julio, and Julio feels bad now. Julio has a sad. Bill says, SD Buildoff was a contest pairing builders to make SD. Tim was paired with Pabs. We partnered, actually. We teamed up. Yeah. It's not like I got assigned Pabs. Damn, I should have said we were assigned together. Oh, well. Hindsight's 20/20, right? Kyle says, so big question. Did you ever get her handle? Y'all stop messing with Julio, man. Come on. Handren's over there on YouTube. He says, hello. What's going on, Handren? Julio says, no, I did not. Tex did, because she's FBI, right? Cowdy Flower says, sounds fun. Thanks, Rusam, Mr. Bill. Brian says, the diners, drive-ins, and dives of modeling. Ooh, yeah, the Gooch and Chooch adventures. Somebody should make that into like a comic. The Gooch and Chooch adventures. Even if it's a one-off, it would be absolutely amazing. Man, I'm just saying. Somebody, whoever you are, take that idea, run with it. Now. Get it done. The Gooch and Chooch adventures. Yo, I love it. Hendren says, or Bill says, hey, Hisaki Art, looks like Terry T had his account hacked and is going to look at why there's a duplicate account and hopefully why we are blocked. Man, weird. That is so freaking weird. Mr. Snavia says, I'm doing an after-war retrofit for the Unicorn. I like it. Hendren says, hey, Bill, oh, I see. Kyle says, it's like watching dive-ins and dives, but hobby stores. Is there an echo in here? Weird. Kyle says, Brian beat me to it. Well, yeah. Plamo Build Report over there on Twitch with the Mecha Army emote. Like it. Brian says, great minds, brother. Hendren says, short deadlines never works. Shit, where did it go? Short deadlines never works for us, LOL. Any deadlines never work for us. Cowdy Flower says, how many SDs have you built? Several. It's not my favorite, but they're not my favorite parts, but several. Yeah. William Williams over there on YouTube, he says, I was done on time with my build. I follow the rules. I ain't no rebel. Okay. Pabs says, hurting my feelings out here. Aw, Pabs. Brian says, I partnered with Julio. Neither of us is done, right? Hendren says, LOL, Chris. Julio says, I'd read it. Dude, I'd read it too, right? The Great Bear is over there on Twitch. He says, hi, what's going on? Tex Marquise says, it's just rush hour. It's kind of, but also kind of not. Because like I said, there's the language barrier, right? Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, they both spoke English. But see, with the Gooch only speaking Japanese and the Chooch speaking English and Spanish, it's funny. And they would just be yelling at each other. I think it would be a wonderful addition to the community, and somebody needs to run with that. I'm dead serious. Gump Ronan, Mr. Z, what up? He says, hey. Tex Marquise continues. He says, come on. It would be so much better. I'm just saying. So much better. Let's see. Kyle says, Chooch, I'll be your Gooch. Nah, that wouldn't be as fun. Let's see. Julio says, do you understand the kits that are coming out of my trunk? Nice. Love it. Henry says, I have never made a deadline. There you go. The Great Bear, over there on Twitch, he says, just curious, for the Hobby Open, does it matter if you use a Bandai Hobby kit versus a Bandai Spirit? How can I tell the difference with older kits? So if it's, what is it? The Bandai Spirit, I think, are the figures and stuff, right? So you can't use, like, any figures or anything like that. It has to be a model kit, right? So modern Bandai kits have the blue logo on them, but obviously older ones before they did that still had the red one on them. If it is a model kit, something that you actually have to put together, then that falls under the category. But Great Bear, what I would say is always refer to the contest rules for, any questions. And then if you have, even more questions after that, contact Bluefin. They'll be able to point you in the right direction. But check out Bluefin's website. You should be able to find, just search Bandai Hobby Open, Bluefin. You should be able to get to it very, very quickly. And then, there are numerous links out there as well. So, but that's what I would do. That would be my best suggestion. Henry says, I build my SD Hakushiki for Zach's contest. Got done 4 months after it ended. Wow. Tech says, I think Gooch understands just fine. Yeah, but he doesn't really speak English, right? He always has a translator with him. He might understand bits and pieces, but still, just the lack of communication, I think is golden, in my opinion. Let's see. Mr. Snavia says, help, I'm laughing, I can't panel line. Yo, because it's such a good idea, right? Come on. Tex says, big reveal at the end, he speaks English to Julio. I would not, you know what? I wouldn't be mad at that. Or this would be perfect. Or, just a one issue run. That's all we need. It's just, Thelma and Louise, whatever, right? Rush Hour, I don't care what it is. But at the end, the Gooch looks over to Julio, sun setting in the background. He just looks, he's driving. The Gooch is driving. Julio's obviously, in the passenger side. He's driving, right? He looks over to Julio. He just says, with it. Sunset. That's the end. Perfect ending. Done. That's how it goes out. Fade to black. Sopranos. Boom. Done. Just done. Let's see. Bill says, when did Chooch learn English? Wow. Brian says, it's one-way language barrier. Yeah, right. Mike Skyer says, yeah, I still got to finish detail painting my SD Buildoff piece. There you go. Gumpy Uruguay, please someone do a short film about that trip, right? Julio says, yeah, I only talk shit. Nice. Kyle says, I feel the Gooch would just sit there and smile at Julio yelling at him, right? Julio says, nah, we're going to have a great time. The Gooch understand a bit. Gumpa Uruguay said that. Julio says Gooch and Chooch in his translator, right? Bill says last panel of the comic book, Gooch turns to Chooch and says, "Do you ever shut up?" That's not bad either. I like Witted better. That's just me, but I don't know. I'm just saying. Henry says a short fan film. Yeah. Tex says Chooch is Gooch's anger translator. Yeah. Julio says, "Oh shit, I got the rings too," right? Julio says, "Need a new suit." Kyle says, "Need the old school Hulk ending since the Gooch left the Chooch." Yeah. Let's see. Brian says, "Parcel mail just came. Got my kit." There you go. Henry says, "Frankie probably can make a short film of it." Yeah, probably. Right? Probably. I feel excitement about that. You know? Somebody should just make, like I said, just a one-off type of thing. And it doesn't have to be like a full comic. It can be like, you know, maybe, I don't know, 5-10 pages, whatever, right? I think it would be amazing. I think it would be absolutely amazing. That's just me. Chris Pab says, Gooch turns to Chooch. Coin check? Ooh, that's a good one, too. That's not bad. Mr. Snavia says, Michael Bay movie. Yeah, there you go, right? I think I think it would be cool. I think it would be really, really cool. Let's see. Kyle says, Joel True Gunpla does videos of local toy and hobby stores on YouTube. Yeah. Tex says, Frankie is the Chooch stunt double. Yeah. Julio says, do a barrel roll. It's not how you spell roll. Fucking hell, Julio. R-O-L-L. Do you even speak English? Shit. Pab says that would imply Frankie is more physically adept than Julio. Julio says, nah, you just can't damage the actor. Charles says to Kyle, he says, drives around the country doing videos on stores or just his local region. A bit of both. Yeah, a bit of both. Tex says, I've only seen Frankie get up and down in streams. Just saying. Yeah, well, that is very true, isn't it? That is very, very true. All right, you know what? It's almost 5, kids. We're gonna cut it off there. I'm done for the day. I've had my great ideas. This whole Gooch and Chooch adventures thing. So, y'all take it and run with it. Do with it what you will. I think it's an amazing idea, but hey, there you go. Anyway, all right, you guys. So again, rocking the blackout Mecha shirt. If you want one of these, hit up chowdamecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt, many more hats, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff. So go load up. If you're interested in any of the tools and materials that we were working with here today, there's an Amazon link below here on Twitch and YouTube. That side, if you're watching on Facebook, now I do get a bit of a commission based on the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It goes to help out me, help out the stream, and fuel our endeavors moving forward. As always, if you are interested in kits, paints, tools, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2, those are both in stock and shipping now, right down here at our good friends USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine crew down there will definitely have what you need. Now, if you like what you see here, if you get entertainment, if you get education from it, if you learn something, if you find value in this stream, man, hit the like, subscribe, and follow on all the various social media platforms out there that we're on. You can keep track of what we're doing off the stream. And if you know somebody or a group of somebodies that could benefit from watching this stream, share it with them. It's the nice thing to do. Yeah. All right, so with that being said, kids, we're going to be back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to jump back on to the GBWC 2021 build, and then tomorrow night is everybody's favorite, Mechanism. Yeah, and we're going to have a good time tomorrow night, blow off some steam, and wrap this week for what it is. Anywho, with that being said, guys, be safe out there. Use common sense, wash your hands, but most of all, build something cool. All right, see you guys tomorrow.